We've all been there. You're dating someone who's charming, confident, and fun. But after a while, they stop calling, or they don't appreciate you, or maybe they start treating you like crap. You're left to wonder what you did wrong. Well, maybe it's not you. Maybe they're just jerks. But why are we attracted to people who are cocky and self-involved? Why do we date jerks? When we talk about jerks, there's no official definition. But someone who exhibits these traits has a good chance of acting like one. What is a narcissist? The classic definition describes someone vain, who admires their own personality and physical appearance. That person probably likes being in a position of authority. Narcissists overestimate their abilities and think they're superheroes, and they expect special treatment from others. Why on earth would we possibly be attracted to someone who acts this way?
Confidence and arrogance are kind of a little bit on the same spectrum. When you first start dating, you see that confident side a lot, and that's what it's supposed to look like. But after a certain time, it does turn to arrogance. I don't think arrogance is the first side of a person that you're gonna see. Like the first couple of dates, in the first couple of months that you're with someone. There's a lot of negative characteristics of a narcissistic person. They'll start from something really positive.
In a 2015 study, psychologist Mitja D. Back and colleagues found that certain narcissistic traits, like being assertive, started off as good things, but over a period of 3 weeks, people found them aggressive and untrustworthy. This explains why narcissists start off at the popular table, but end up with no friends at all. Because of this, narcissists can have a hard time keeping long-term relationships. That can be a helpful sign for finding someone who isn't a jerk. Do they have strong friendships? Do they maintain good relationships with coworkers and family?
The things that people find so attractive about narcissists is the bravado, the appearance of strength, but the problem is that people who truly are narcissistic often have a hard time recognizing other people's subjectivity, recognizing other people as distinct humans. And so they may tend not to pay attention to your wants and needs and desires in the way that you would like them to, and that can make it difficult to get along.
Narcissists get a thrill from connecting with you and making you like them. They continue to seek those thrills from new interactions with people, leading them to put less care into their relationship with you. Narcissists, whether they're doing it on purpose or not, only put their best foot forward at the beginning of the relationship.
They don't present themselves as a jerk in the first place. It's not as if we're gonna be like, oh, that guy is acting like really mean, or that girl's acting really mean. I'm gonna go up to them. They're actually portraying themselves in the best positive light that they can. They turn into a jerk later on in the relationship. So again, we're very blindsided in the beginning. And again, no flaw to us because they're trying to portray themselves in the best way that they can.
There can be positive narcissism, which is the one that people are familiar with, where there's an excess of confidence and braggartliness, but there's also negative narcissism, which is a little bit harder to spot, but can end up in some of the same places. That's the kind of thing that you see with people who tend to feel bad about themselves, tend not to feel confident or to value themselves, but nevertheless are thinking of themselves all the time and unable to really focus on or commit to you because of their own self-involvement. Narcissists get a little bit of a bad rap because we all need a little narcissism to get by in life. We all begin as narcissists. It's a normal state of early development. What should happen gradually and along the way is that we should differentiate from the adults in our early developmental sphere who are narcissistic objects.
If jerks are really good at flying under the radar at the beginning of a relationship, what are some of the red flags? Dr. Scott Barry Kaufman, a psychologist at the University of Pennsylvania, outlines some other ways to possibly spot a narcissist. They tend to react sensitively to any kind of criticism or teasing. If they can dish it out but they can't take it, pay attention. They consider some people to be beneath them, so they may treat waiters or baristas harshly. If you tend to date jerks, it's important to remember that the only behavior you can really change is your own.
It's not usually a good idea to bank on changing somebody because it may not be possible, the other person may not be willing, and if they want to change, they may not want to change in the ways that you would like them to.
If you have a history of dating jerks, there may be some things about yourself you can take a look at. According to Dr. Kaufman, narcissists tend to gravitate toward people they can manipulate. So if you're particularly empathetic, you could be a target. On the other hand, if you're a thrill seeker, you might get an adrenaline rush from dating someone arrogant and exciting.
I think we all fall prey into the sense of like a pattern that we tend to go for. But there's always thinking about like, why do we go into this pattern all the time? Because you kind of know the outcome, right? So when you kind of do something a little bit different, you don't know the outcome of it. It doesn't feel as safe. The thing is, it's almost just like, okay, if you know that these are bad patterns, let's try to find something that's a better pattern for you.
It makes perfect sense that someone cute, funny, and confident would win you over. So don't blame yourself if that person turns out to be a jerk. But if you have a habit of dating narcissists over and over again, you might want to look at your own behavior. The only thing you can do is learn from your experiences.